Some people never get offended, not because they're stronger, but because they see what makes everyone else lose. And I used to be the one. First thing, people don't throw stones at empty trees. They throw stones at a tree that has fruits. When someone lacks something within themselves, confident, discipline, purpose, and they see it in others, that creates a pressure on their ass. And most people can't sit with that pressure. So instead of facing themselves, they attack what reflects they lack. When someone insults you, criticizes you, or try to belittle you, they're not expressing strength. They're leaking pressure. Projection is simple. People dump what they can't handle inside themselves onto someone else. For example, a weak person calls you arrogant. An undisciplined person calls you obsessed. Once you understand this, you stop asking, what did I do wrong? You start to ask, is this about me or them? Second thing, observe. Don't absorb. Most people think words hurt them. They don't. What hurts you is the meaning that you attach to those words. There are two ways to deal with an insult. You observe it or you absorb it. Observing means you personalize it instantly. When someone says something, you feel defensive, angry, attacked. And observing means you create distance. You step outside of that situation instead of becoming it. You stop being in the emotion and you become the observer of it. When you observe, awareness wakes up and awareness interrupts emotional hijacking. Notice the insult, notice the tone. Notice the intention. If it serves you, take it. If it doesn't, don't absorb it. Third thing, nothing has meaning until you assign it one. The same words can destroy one person and mean nothing to another. Meaning is the weapon. You're not offended by the words. You are offended by the story you tell yourself about them. Every criticism is not projection. Most of the time, we have to drop down the ego wall. Sometimes it's about us as well. It's about discernment. If there is something truth, you're going to take responsibilities and grow. If there isn't, you discard it without emotional damage and you move on. And most people who trauma dump you, they don't care about you. And you, by giving meaning to their chaos, you end up hurting yourself. Fourth, not every battle deserves your presence. Engagement feeds that weak mind. So most people who provoke you, they don't have anything to lose, but you do. You have it. You have your peace, your mental health. These people want you to make you feel the same way that they feel. They want your reaction because it makes them feel less alone in their own misery. They're victimizing their own life and just looking for company. You don't win by responding. You win by not entering. When you are a self-aware person, your limbic system responds automatically. So when the observer is awake, you choose your response. And you have to understand this. When you are in those situations with those people around you, you don't need explanation, emotional arguments, and justifying. Because they believe in what they do. You don't have to break that belief system for them because they don't understand. All they want is reaction. The less emotional you are, the more control you have. 5, you don't rise above noises by fighting it. You outgrow it. Offense doesn't live in word. It lives in identity attachment. You only get offended when your sense of self is fragile. You're still asking people to confirm who you are. And your identity is still being negotiated. So when someone's word can shake you, it's because they touch something unresolved. So strong identity has low reactivity and weak identity has constant emotional defense. When you explain yourself, when you justify your choices, when you try to be understood, you're silently saying your opinion has authority over me. And the moment you do that, you've already lost. And the people who attack, they don't want truth. They want movement, they want reaction, they want control over that person that they're trauma dumping. And once you see the game, offense disappears, not because you're better than them, but because you're no longer available. And lastly, the moment you stop asking words to define you, they lose the power to hurt you. Self-mastery isn't about thick skin, it's about clear vision.